First off, I tried to watch the video where George Floyd is killed, and I couldn't get through it. I could get halfway through it. I wanted to watch it for myself, and it's fucking terrible. Oh, it's terrible. It like made me cringe and squirm, and it was fuck. It's absolutely terrible. When he's like basically begging for his life, right? And being like slowly killed, and it looks like he's in agony, and he says, calls for his mom. It's just fucking rough. I had to turn the video off. I watch fucked up videos too, but usually they're faster and they're less like, fuck, that was rough. That got me. I couldn't finish the video. So, with that said, what do I think? I think it's fucking horrible. And the criminals who did that need to be prosecuted, which they've been arrested, so that's one thing that's happening. But there's something interesting I want to talk about, and that's the expectation of police officers to be moral and for the system to not reflect the flaws and systematic issues or problems that are a part of society as a whole. So basically, if you think there's X number of bad apples, bad people, criminals in a population, why do you expect the police force not to echo that same percentage? But yes, you're way more likely to die from drunk driving than you are from police brutality. And if you look at the police brutality, look at how many murders there are per capita, how many cops, how many interactions, and you actually analyze that fucking data, you'll realize that it's not crazy, it's really low. And that 13% of the fucking police force is black because we are the system, you are the system. If you're really concerned about how police treat citizens, then become a police officer. If you can't, then have your children become police officers, have your friends, brothers, have people directly connected you become police officers and have them treat people better. But you're still going to have fucked up stories where police officers do fucked up shit and then try to get away with it because they're a normal piece of the population. There's people that do fucked up shit, abuse power, and try to get away with criminal activity in all areas of life, in all jobs, in all professions, in all ethnicities. And so they show you this video, and it's a completely fucked up video. It's an abuse of power, it's horrible to watch, it's just fucked up. But those videos and those stories will exist in all jobs and all professions. So I don't think there's anything special about this. Oh man, I hope this guy gets murder charges. He will, but you're getting extra mad. People are getting extra mad, and they're throwing these riots, and they're going crazy, and they're looting, but there really aren't that many people being killed by police officers if you look at the amount of police officers there are and the amount of interactions with citizens. Social media and the news fucks your head up. You see these fucked up stories, and you internalize these fucked up stories, and you relate them in your mind in a way that isn't representative of reality. There's a lot of people that probably say they're more scared of police brutality than being hit by a drunk driver. Yet they're way more likely to die, to have their family members die, to fuck up their whole lives from interactions with drunk people than they are with interactions with the police. That's a fucking fact. Those numbers are real. You can go check them out. Yet people don't give a shit about ending drunk driving. They don't care. There's no protests that are saying, hey, we need to really make sure people don't drive drunk. There's no outrage, no people jumping on top of cars trying to fix that, because no one gives a fuck. They only put their rage in this one special area that they can get all mad and because they need to see an enemy, right? Drunk people aren't the enemy. So they need to release all that fucking anger and all that tension, but it isn't doing any good. No matter what you do, no matter how many fucking riots you have, no matter how angry you get, no matter how many different politicians you vote in, you're always going to have a select number of bad, stupid, evil motherfuckers that are going to abuse their power and do bad stuff. Because humans are bad. Not all humans are bad, but there's a bunch of bad humans in the population, and it's weird that you think or hold this weird idea of a system. People have these weird system they're fighting against. The system, systematic racism. You are the system. I am the system. The regular population full of bad apples is the system. And so if you want people to be better people, good luck with that, because people are fucked up. If you look at these looters too, There's looters and opportunists in LA, for example, smashing windows and stealing stuff. What the fuck does that have to do with protesting police brutality? It doesn't. They're just stealing stuff and ruining businesses. In fact, they might cause those businesses to go under, cause hardship with people that are employed there, and then the suicide rate goes up. So they're not positively contributing to any solutions. Smashing up windows and stuff isn't going to help anybody. And it's certainly not going to change those numbers of police killings, which are fucking low as hell. Go look them up. Literally, compare the amount of people that die from police encounters to drunk driving. Do that right now. Go put them next to each other and you're going to realize, holy fuck, I'm 25 times more likely to die from being hit by a drunk driver. People blow these numbers out of proportion in importance. It's not that important in the grand scheme of how many people die. If you were George Floyd, that fucking sucks. But it also sucks to die and be murdered in any other way, or be murdered by an evil motherfucker in any job position. It doesn't have to be a cop for it to be terrible. And the cop and the police force is correctly represented by the ethnodiversity in the United States. So there's a lot of black cops. The system is us and you are the system. If you really, really care and you want police officers to treat people better, you can't regulate it, you can't vote it, you can't change the world by voting, by doing your civic duty once a year and being really angry and holding up signs and sticking on face masks and, whoa, we want change, because there's nothing to change. You can't change and make people not be bad pieces of shit. You can improve the system to where it tries to filter those people out, but you're still going to have it. You're still going to have police brutality. You're still going to have abuses of power within the population because people are fucked up. They do fucked up shit to each other. If you really care, then go be a police officer. So hopefully you'll be there and you'll see that motherfucker doing something bad and you can jump in and be like, hey, let him up. He's got to breathe. Get the fuck off him. I'll take care of this. You go take a walk. I'm going to call it in and report you if you don't get the fuck up, Let him breathe. That would have stopped it. There were officers there and they didn't do it because they're fucked up too. So if you really, really care and if it's really eating you and it's driving you crazy, then go be a fucking police officer and do the right thing and be a better person. And try to stop those bad, evil pieces of shit when they do bad stuff. But stop trying to think someone else is going to solve it for you or trying to vote in something. You can't regulate people being better people. And it's weird that you believe the cops should represent a higher standard because they don't. They come from the population. If you don't, the person watching this probably doesn't want to be a cop. You probably don't want to be a cop. You probably don't want your kids to be cops. So why do you expect the people that volunteer to be cops to have a higher percentage of good apples than the general population? In my opinion, they should have a lower percentage. It should be more fucked up because it's a job of power. People tend to abuse power. And on top of that, most people don't want a job of violence. All jobs of violence are susceptible to having fucked up people do them. People do terrible things to each other, and it's sad. And when I watch these videos of looting now and smashing up windows, I think of the business owners and the employees there, and I see all this fucking rage and hatred, and I wish people could channel that to something more valuable and love each other more. Sounds cheesy as fuck, but man, I don't see this doing anything valuable. I don't even see it doing anything valuable in the short term. Are you more likely to vote for a candidate that wants to reform the police force now that there's all these protests? I don't think they're more likely to get elected. And pretty much all these people getting angry only do one thing for their civic duty. They vote once a year. So if that vote doesn't work, they accomplished absolutely nothing. If you want to do something directly, like I said, join the military, join the police force, support a group that's doing those things, or have your children or your friends join directly. And then make a difference on the ground, direct. Outrage without action is pointless. And unfortunately, I think this is even worse. I think this is outrage with negative actions. I think we'll see the suicide rate go up. I think we'll see the economy drop. And I don't think we'll see any cases of police brutality go down. I think even if protesters got exactly what they want, the cases of police brutality wouldn't go down. The people would just get punished really badly. Because, like I said, you can't regulate people to be better people. And people are fucked up. And they hurt each other. And they get mad. And they get angry. And they abuse their power. And it sucks. This is Saul Roth, wishing everyone staying safe. Even though I did that big rant, I have a big heart. I think that's terrible. I didn't even make it through the video. I just don't know what to say, The only solutions I can offer are not important. Because like you, I vote once a year and that's it. I did join the army. I did join the military. I fought for freedom and I was there. So I directly influenced that. I hope some of the people that really want to make a difference and really want to do something, actually join the police force or join their civic do their civic duty and join another branch of the government and actually try to make a difference directly. If you don't have a direction, then join the military and try to be good on that area. Of course, a lot of you don't want to, which I understand too. So then try to support people who will actively do that, because good guys stop bad guys. It's a sad day for America. This is Saul Roth out.